Cool. So this video, I will try and do 3 videos a day thing. Yeah, but um, one on healthy natural breathing, one on my story project, and one on classroom thing to get you all, those who are interested, started on developing your own conscience, my conscience, or anything that would help in that direction, the Sri Chakra. So at least that, yeah. But the thing is to get talking, to speak the unspeakable or the indescribable, because the work that I'm doing, at least healthy and natural breathing, is um, original human intelligence. Well, Samudra Manthan, and well, we are talking in terms of mythology and things we haven't, not many people are talking about. Yeah. So after 2 years of the pandemic, a lot of us are dealing with long COVID effects. Yeah. And I'm thinking, why not just group all our WHO's list of diseases under one cause? Yeah. Long COVID effect. And let's try and reduce the long COVID effect. And in the process, work on all the other diseases too. Yeah. Anyhow, we have this one thing and we don't really have it all defined on what all are the effects. So why not just work on everything else? Yeah. So I know it's a kind of, we have this available. Why not just take the opportunity and make the best out of it? Yeah. Now, um, healthy natural breathing, at least respiratory concerns, is what gave rise to our little tiny virus having us get all into lockdown and those kinds of things. And I did something by which lockdowns were getting lifted. And then I discovered mythology and then Samudra Manthan and all of that stuff. So I'm just, coincidence or not, yeah. These videos are an attempt to capture what in the world did I do? Yeah. What's the science that I discovered by which this became possible? That I did something and lockdowns were lifted. Yeah. So people would like to try out and then experiment. And given that we are naturally born scientists, yeah, by trial and error, if this, then that. If I do this, then I do this. If I cry in such a manner, then mommy will give me a cookie. Yeah. So um, we are all, given that we are naturally born scientists, uh, um, I might as well give you a reason to hold on to your common sense and get better. Yeah. So, all right. So challenges are an everyday aspect of daily living. You wake up, you're lying down from here, lying down. And then it takes something to wake up because you have to work against gravity and your muscles and move them all and then get your feet on the ground and then stand up. Yeah, it takes some effort. It's a challenge. It's a risk on, well, gravity and then what it takes to actually do this and then walk, you know, walk on 2 feet. Yeah. And not lose balance while the spine is a little curvy and not like fixed. Yeah. All this. So there is risk in everything. Yeah. So, and it takes something to maintain a balance between complementary opposites. We have front and back and left and right and up and down and, yeah, in and out. And so we have some directions. So while such is a case, um, warming up to basics of what is inside a world and outside a world, at least our skin is a boundary between our inner world and outer world. Yeah. And maintaining harmony between these, between the antaranga and bahiranga, is an important part of being healthy, healthy wise. Yeah. Um, there's this idea of fantastic beasts. There's this movie called Fantastic Beasts, in which there are many kinds of fantastic beasts in a suitcase. Yeah. So we got all kinds of ideas. To contain the matter in a way that makes sense is also a feat in and of itself. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, they also call it sacred geometry and the beasts of sacred geometry and all that. So depending on how much work we've done. So there is a lot of work. Yeah. Now, Healthy natural breathing helps to contain the matter a bit. Now, there is a video that I saw, an Instagram post. I think it's from musical breathwork or from posture. Um, I will put the description of it. There is an exercise mentioned in there that might be of benefit, trying to capture some aspects of healthy natural breathing through the exercises, say that somebody else recommended, which I found is beneficial. So slowly over time, you will get the different aspects of what I'm calling healthy natural breathing, 10 vayus and all that. Yeah. Okay. So um, that exercise is about the tongue. Yeah. Um, the people in that Instagram post speak about how the posture of our tongue in relationship with our palate has an effect on the fascial tensegrity of our body to the extent that our toes, that our feet, and our gait, the pace at which we can walk, how we can walk, the balance between left and right sides, also gets affected by how our tongue is postured in our mouth. When we are breathing, where we keep our tongue, how is our tongue positioned, affects not only our ability to breathe, which she's calling as a mighty breath, but there's another group who talks about posture, how our posture is affected by the tongue. Okay. One exercise mentioned in that, I will post the description of that exercise in the description of this video, is about rolling your tongue backwards, yeah, in such a way that the back of your tongue is pressed against the roof of your mouth, as back as you can take it, yeah, and then resting your tongue in that position. Close your mouth and rest your tongue in that position. Okay, so I'm going to do that now, and I will say what next to do. One of the things that happens with that is your breath, your breathing changes a bit. The tension in your tongue from rolling your tongue back and then keeping it in that position, pressed by the roof of your mouth, yeah, affects your breathing. And when you're rolling your tongue, you need to make sure it is not rolling to the right or left, but straight back. Okay? And then that's going to affect the tension in your mouth. That's going to affect the breath. And it's also going to affect your posture. That you will notice only when you pay attention to how your body is responding to your tongue rolling back. Okay? That video, that Instagram post recommends doing this 5 times. Yeah? But I would recommend take your time about appreciating, recognizing, or being aware of what happens to your body when you do this. Even if it's just once you do, notice how does your head feel? How does your breath feel? How does your emotions feel? How does your body feel when you roll your tongue back and then feel and with your, close your mouth. You can do this even with your, so I'm speaking here. You can just do this, say in the middle of anything, say you're walking. Yeah. You can just roll your tongue back. Or I recommend trying this in the safety of your home. Yeah. When you're sitting, when you're writing something, or just observing, because you would need to be aware of how your body is affected by doing this exercise before you can then notice, say, what happens when you walk in your room with your tongue rolled back. Yeah. So this is an opportunity for being aware, for being mindful, and being appreciative of the present moment. Yeah. These are also key factors by which you learn to breathe healthy and naturally. Healthy and natural breathing. Because you are going to have to get used to circadian rhythms, cyclical patterns, which is also how our body functions as a clock. Yeah. But these are also, and then you would need to come to harmonious rhythms. So you would need to, over time, well, you would come to be appreciating your body as a musical instrument, but that takes some work. Yeah. So this exercise is an opportunity to begin to pay attention to the left and right sides of your body. Yeah. So when you're folding your tongue, you would need to pay attention to not your tongue not going left or right. So you're paying attention left and right sides of your body. And then the roof and floor of your mouth, at least. Roof and floor. Yeah. So the top and bottom portion of your body. And then the in and out. So when you're moving your tongue as back as possible, you're likely to notice the back of your mouth. Yeah. That could give rise to a gagging sensation, but not. Because the pressure from folding your tongue itself puts um, a, a push out effect such that you're not gagging. Yeah. So so you're not doing this with your hand, but with your tongue itself. So this is where being aware, being mindful helps in restoring a certain balance between the front and back of your body, back of your mouth, and then to pay attention to your breath. Yeah. So I may be doing a lot of talk here, but the point is, if you can do this exercise, again, I'm going to put the description of it in the description of this video. If you can pay attention to your breath, even if you're doing this once, yeah, and if you can notice how your breath changes, even if you're doing this for, say, 30 seconds or a minute, and notice how your breath changes from when you started this exercise to you're likely to notice saliva coming in your mouth. Yeah. And that would have a different feel to it. If you're doing that for the first time, the saliva would have a different quality. If you're doing this more regularly, you will notice a certain quality to your tongue, to the roof of your mouth, to how is your general feeling of, let's say, compression versus decompression. Yeah. When you're rolling your tongue, what effect that has on your breath, but also your sense of the tissue tension in your body, or the tensegrity it's called, the fascial tension, the soft tissue, the stretchiness of your body, the compression versus decompression from just rolling your tongue and then closing it with your mouth closed, and then with the roof of your mouth just holding your tongue down there. A certain stretchiness of your body experience a different kind of a sense that we need to be aware, mindful to appreciate how this changes. And I would recommend not doing this exercise for too long. Take a break, and then again you go about your activities, and then again roll your tongue, and then experience the work. There is another version of this, which we will then come to once we get a little used to this. I will do that in another video, yeah? And that would be without having to roll the tongue. That has its own benefits too, but I'll cover that in another video. Thank you so much for your attention. I hope this has been of value to you. Good day.